Do something, damn it! Do something!
What is up, guys? Z here, and we're back today playing some more Enderal. Nice little pan shot here. Picking up pretty much right where we left off. The only thing I did different from where we left off on episode 2 was I went ahead and just got down to the first campsite. It showed that it was only a couple meters away, so I just figured I'd go ahead and make our way down there. And when we got here, there was I think it's an iron chest piece. Is that what it is? Or a hauberk, however you say it. So yeah, that's about the only thing different since we've left off from episode 2. So yeah, let's just follow the trail here. How you guys doing, by the way? Thanks for coming in. Thanks for showing the support on the first 2 episodes, guys. I really didn't know how the series was gonna be taken as far, because I tried to do a series with Crashlands, and I just was not getting the views on it. This one, episode 1 actually got, I think, 18 views, you know, within the first couple hours, which isn't like big for most people, but I mean, when you only got 30 subscribers, yeah. So anyway, it looks like there's some guys here. Answers marked with blah blah blah. Carry the story forward.
Now would you look at that? I knew I'd seen someone scrambling in the mountains.
Couldn't help.
What brings you here, my sir?
None of your business. It's a long story. Yeah, that's just none of your business.
I know that accent. You're Neremese, aren't you? Though obviously not the most sociable of fellows, it would seem. You...
I think the dialogue cut a little too quick.
Everything's locked up. At least for the night we should.
But
wait a second. Who's that?
Just an adventurer on his way. No reason to worry.
No reason to worry? For heck's sake, Finn. How do you know that this guy isn't with the bandits? You said you'd call me if anyone showed up. And now you're standing here, having a chat with him as if this were the bathing house of Ark.
Lo and behold, we are still alive. Now, is there anything else, Carbos?
I've got my eye on you. Touch any of our stuff, and you'll regret it.
whatever.
May I present Carbos, as he lives and breathes. Sorry about that just now. That's just how he is. In any case, if you don't need any more help, I'd suggest you move on. Follow the way east behind the dam house. It'll lead you to a village called Riverville. Ah, here, take this. Truth be told, you don't look so healthy. Your eyes... well, whatever. Don't mention it. I wish you a quick recovery and safe roads. Walk blessed.
Thanks, mate.
Carbos, do we need this still tomorrow? Or can I clean all the tools?
So, same rules apply. You know, I'm just gonna kind of make it a thing in the series where if there's dialogue going, I'm not gonna talk. I've also turned up. Oh shoot! I've also turned up the dialogue volume. Talk to the apothecaries about the fever. All right. So yeah, when they're talking, I'm just gonna try not to talk. And I've turned their volume up a little bit so you can hear them a little better.
By the righteous path! What happened to you? You look as if you've met the Black Guardian himself.
Kind of feel like it. Suddenly have this kind of fever. Do you have any idea what it could be?
Fever? Well, there could be many causes. Wait a moment. I think I still have some grunt root. That should be enough to ease your pain, at least for now. Take a seat at the fire. The warmth might help you.
Oh, so now we're brewing potions for complete strangers.
Well, if the strangers are about to die of fever, then yes. There was that oath we swore once, remember? To help the afflicted, to...
Whatever.
Thank you. Gruntroods, Gruntroods. right. Here we go.
Alright. So, as far as the dialogue goes, I'm actually pretty impressed. It's pretty well done. I mean, it's using the Skyrim engine, so the dialogue still has a weird
let's see.
cutoff.
Sheer cap, some water. Ha! Done. I can't make any promises, but
Finn, the still.
explore. Do something, damn it! Do something! Oh.
The heck?
Oh, sod it.
Do I really have to watch every step you take? That was a fucking close call.
Hey, I'm sorry, alright. We'll pick up a new one in Ark.
Yeah, and you're paying for it. Here I thought this bloody day couldn't get any worse.
This day isn't getting any better. Here, drink this. It'll help you.
Alright.
See, you already look a lot better. Still, you should let a
Alright,
priest
that
take
is
a
a little
look at
better.
that fever as soon as possible. The grunt root potion will wane in a few days.
Thanks for letting the blazes just
What?
happen.
You mean the still? Bad quality and too much heat, I'd wager. But, whatever will be, will be.
But the explosion, the voices, they're yours.
Explosion? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Finn Dalleries. Died in 8234. Cause of death, exploding still.
Ha ha. Look, I really don't know what you're talking about. Maybe...
Wait a second. What was that?
Was what? I didn't hear nothing.
I could have sworn I saw something moving over there. Oh shit!
Oh!
Carbos!
They've hit me, Finn. Those bastards. They've hit me.
Damn.
Carbos, do something, damn it! Do something!
Damn. Alright, so those guys, I'm assuming, are dead now. But, yeah, like I was saying,
Now would you look at that? Our mysterious survivor has awoken.
I guess I'll wait. Where am I and who the hell are you?
Matumiel Delveric. Jaspar for short.
Long ass name.
And you, my friend, are in my very own campsite. And before you ask, yes, the bandits killed both of the apothecary. The only reason
Okay.
you're still alive is that the impact of the explosion threw you right into a thicket. Luckily enough, most of your injuries are only superficial, and I've already taken care of them. Your fever, though, is an entirely different story.
My fever. Do you know anything
Yep,
about it?
Quite a lot, actually. You're suffering from first-degree Arcanist's fever. I'm quite surprised that the old apothecarius didn't see that, to be honest. You're suddenly capable of doing things you previously knew only from the bard songs, right? And you're feeling unusually strong and dizzy at the same time? While drinking herbal potions leaves a, well, kind of a bitter feeling in your head?
It does. Then the Arcanist fever is responsible for these things I can
Yep.
suddenly do.
Your magical talent has broken free inside you. I don't have any myself, but I've worked together with enough Arcanists to know the signs. Simply put, what's happening is that your body can't cope with the magic. This isn't much of a problem at first, but if you don't do anything about it within the next couple of months, you'll find yourself running through the heartland naked, throwing fireballs at everything that moves. You'll lose your mind, to speak plain and all.
I don't know why, but I can picture that.
Yes, of course. Though someone who's magically gifted will always react differently to certain situations than someone who isn't. As I said, some herbs will always worsen your fever, as will magically contaminated areas. Among other things, yes. Just as being magically gifted can make a person powerful, it can also make them sensitive and prone to certain conditions. Just don't overdo it sleeping in ruins or in the wilderness. Instead, set up a camp somewhere. Plus, as you've already said yourself, don't overdo it with potions.
Alright. gather knowledge about
Well, it
Enderal.
depends on how bad it gets. At first, you'll suffer these diffuse headaches from time to time. Then your sight will permanently blur. And then you'll suffer a case of acute death, so to speak.
Oh, good.
Yep. Everything has its price, as the wise hermit likes to say.
And how can I treat it with this root extract?
No, that won't help you in the long run. What you need is ambrosia, a special mixture of herbs that can remedy the fever without any side effects. Every good alchemist has that in stock, but it'll cost you.
Of course it will.
Visions?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Are you sure? The Enderalian spider plague's known to cause visions
Oh,
in the...
God.
Because your body parts will start
Oops.
falling off in a few hours if you don't
Sorry
do
about
something
that.
about it. Nowhere. Because that plague doesn't exist. I have no idea what kind of visions you're talking about, since the only visions I know of are those that come along with a good pipe of peaceweed. But your reaction shows that you were trying to keep something from me, and that's not a good idea if you want my help. You know what? Someone has to take care of your fever. And as it happens, I know someone who could. But in return, I want you to tell me everything. How did you get here? And what did you do in that temple? And what exactly did you see in those visions? I can't put my finger on it, but there's something strange about you. And that makes me curious. So, healing for information. What do you say?
Oh, good. Good old case of black milk.
Then shoot. I'm eager to listen.
Oh, thank God we can skip it. I don't want to have to stick around for all that dialogue.
I understand. My condolences for your loss. So that means you somehow survived this execution. And before you got washed ashore, you had this, this dream? In which you saw burnt bodies and a blinding light.
Yep, pretty much.
I hope so. So your magical outburst didn't happen slowly as it usually does, but all of a sudden after this near-death experience. And with it came these visions.
Correctamundo.
Interesting. I guess you know how absurd all this must sound, but somehow I believe you. Heck knows why, but I do. So, that means I'll introduce you to my employer. If anyone can help you, it's him.
Okay.
There is, however, one thing with which I could use a hand. The sooner we get that done, the sooner we can start our journey to Ark.
Okay, I'll help you. The faster I get rid
Splendid.
of this fever, the better.
There are some things that need some explanation before we can get started, however. Where should I start? I take it you've noticed that in the past 2.5 years, this world has fallen into political chaos, right? Civil
Yep.
wars, usurpers everywhere, you name it. And even though Enderal isn't directly affected by these wars going on everywhere, there are strange things happening here too. Take the Woodsers, for example. There have been an unusual number of reports of wanderers being attacked by them in the open, which has never happened before. And the same goes for the Lost Ones, the living dead. Until 2 years ago, they were a rather rare magical phenomenon. But now every other corpse not properly cremated starts walking again as if it were the most natural thing to do. The strangest thing, however, is what they call the Red Madness.
The red madness.
It's some kind of mental illness that makes people lose their minds. Just a couple of weeks ago, for instance, there was a smith in Ark who slaughtered his entire family. He was drunk, but that doesn't explain why he screamed things like, "Fear the light," while he was doing it. Or a young noblewoman who killed herself by setting her family estate on fire for no apparent reason.
Oh shit.
Now, you might say that these kinds of things happen, but by now there have been more than a dozen of them. That and the fact that the possessed's eyes glow red shortly before and during their deed has made people call it the Red Madness.
Okay.
And just 3 days ago it happened again. Only this time it was a magister from within the Holy Order itself.
A magistrate?
Right, you're not from here. A magister is a kind of sage from the Holy Order who teaches the young novices who are aspiring to become keepers or arcanists. Yarrow was his name, a man who had more than 60 winners on his back.
Damn.
He killed 15 novices and himself. According to the only eyewitness to survive, he entered the teaching room as usual to give a lecture on alchemy. But instead, he gave a strange speech in which he explained that humanity is corrupt, void, as he put it. And his eyes started glowing, he locked the door, and, well, he tore himself apart with a magical explosion.
Damn.
You can imagine the kind of uproar that caused.
Yeah, I bet.
Well, I'm not exactly one for vows and austerity, so no, I'm no keeper. I guess you could say my specialty is recovering things that have been lost. Treasures, tomes, memories, and the like. And the Order hired me to do exactly that. They want to know how a highly intelligent man like Yarrow could fall victim to the Red Madness. And also if there's a discernible pattern to how this malady, or whatever it is, chooses its victims.
In other words, you're searching for his motives. How can I help you with that?
True, but that's irrelevant. Yarrow grew up in a small village named Riverville, which isn't far from here. And according to some of the other
where we're
wardens,
going
he
anyway.
visited this area quite often after his partner's death. So it's quite possible we could find some clues around here. Shards of his past, if you like. I've already searched most of the area, but a second pair of eyes wouldn't hurt. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan.
Well, for starters, I need you to travel to Riverville and talk to an old man named Alfred. He was a childhood friend of Yarrow's, and he might be able to tell us something worthwhile. Secondly, a boy from the village told me that he saw Yarrow throw something into the water near a cliff to the east. Go there and see if you can find whatever it was he wanted to get rid of. I myself will have a look at the house Yarrow grew up in. Here, this is a map of the region. The blue dot over here is Yarrow's old house. And at the risk of sounding heartless, you should head back to the apothecary's camp. Maybe the bandits left behind some equipment. If there's nothing else, I'd say off we go. Let's shed some light on this Yarrow and his motivations. Meet me at his old house when you're ready. I'll be waiting there.
Okay. Easy, easy, medium, and hard. Okay. Alright, so now that we're done with all of that dialogue, let's check your backpack, man. You've got gauntlets and vagrant gloves. Gonna go ahead and just, you know, yank those from you. Ooh, what's this? Butcher of the Ark. I'm not gonna read these for you guys. I'll flip through it. You guys can just go ahead and I guess pause it and take a read for yourself. Yeah, I'm really not gonna read this. This is super long. Holy crap. How long is this thing? Okay. Anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and leave that there. I didn't think it was gonna be that long. I love the music, or the soundtrack to this game. We still have our bow. Cool shit. Okay, so I think the apothecaries were down this way, because I think this is actually where we were headed to before we came down with the fever. So... can we... Gotcha, bitch. Ah, this guy sucks. Shit! As I miss. Ooh, gotcha. Oh, ow. Hit him with the strafe. Oh, I missed. Oh, I know I missed that one. Alright, last one. Let's get him in the head. Oh, you bitch. Oh, got him. Alright, let's see if we can get some... Look at that. Damn. Well, glad I'm not you. Let's take a lockpick. I already have a bow. Let's take the boots. And I don't need the vagrant dress, but... those boots can come in handy because I only have leather shoes. And why not take some better boots? Okay, this must be Carbos. Let's go ahead and take that. You guys got anything in here? So guys, I know that the series is taking off kind of slow. I know the game does pick up quite a bit. Sorry, just taking a look around the camp. Don't really want to miss anything. But I do know the game picks up quite a bit after this. So just bear with me, guys. How are we looking on time here? So we've been going about 20 minutes now. Why don't we go ahead and end this one off here, and then I'll bring you guys back for episode 4, picking up right here. So anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a ton. And I'll see you guys in the next. Peace.